All right, Isaiah, talk about the getting down 16-0 and storming back for the first half.
I mean, me personally, I never really got down about it. Games like this, you can't ever expect them to be easy. So, and just being a part of a team, the national championship team in 2016, being down 14-0 and making a comeback from that, I believe that just helped me in my spirit and everything to have the right mindset for that particular situation.
Nolan mentioned something that when you all got down 16-0, you changed some things up a little bit. What were the things you changed? What did you think was so effective with those changes?
Yeah, the main thing we did was the main thing I would say was just change everyone's mindset. The focus wasn't really there. People were doing their jobs, but they weren't doing it effectively. I wouldn't say they were busting, but they still needed to like maybe a DN didn't squeeze as much as he needed to. It was just small things like that. So after we fixed all of that, then we started playing a lot better defense.
What did Dabo tell you at the half?
At the half, oh man, it wasn't a pretty talk, but just said that we needed to focus and we were going to be fine. That was pretty much the main things, and we needed to clean up all of our mistakes that we're doing because we didn't play very well on defense coming out. So just offensively and defensively, being able to come back and eliminate all the mistakes that we made in the first half.
It's kind of hard to say that a team that's won 29 games in a row that people are surprised that they're in the title game, but I think some people are pretty surprised y'all beat Ohio State. Why do you think this team continues to prove people wrong and continues to play so well?
I mean, maybe guys on the team that the rhetoric that we don't play anyone may fuel them, but I would say the main thing, the reason why we keep surprising people is because we know what we have within our team. We're not worried about who we play. We're not playing to an opponent. We play to our standards. So that's probably the main thing. Each and every week we don't come out and play to an opponent maybe if they're not as good or play to a team like Ohio State when they are an elite team. So I would say that's probably the main thing for us. And yeah.
What do you think about going, LSU got the Heisman Trophy winner? I know you haven't watched much film or anything yet, but just that challenge ahead.
I mean, I love a good challenge, just like this game. Just playing against Justin and JK and all the great receivers that they have and the veteran O-line. It was a great challenge for everyone on the defense. So it's like these games you dream for. You don't ever want to dream about playing a championship game where everything's going to be simple. You always want to have a good matchup.
Thank you.
Talk to us about.
Normally doesn't show a ton of emotion when he scores. Obviously tonight, flexing and everything. But were you surprised him? Kind of surprised celebrate like that?
Yeah. He used to celebrate, but I think his coach got on him a little bit but his freshman year.
Okay.
But I love my favorite moment was when Trevor showed emotion when he scores because he's a real calm, level-headed guy, and that actually fueled me more than his touchdown, honestly.
Really?
Just because he's just not that kind of guy that does things like that normally.
Was that Trevor's first rushing touchdown, the 67-yard?
No.
The last one you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, last one in the game.
Yeah, you're saying what was the one that fueled you? When Trevor celebrated?
Yeah, his long touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did he celebrate? What was he doing?
I mean, he got the crowd into it, just waving his hands, everything. And when he scored, normally he just gives the ball to the ref, but
Right.
he just did his little thing. So.
And that sort of pushed you.
Yeah, because he doesn't do that very often. So I was just like, okay, Trevor. I just want him. That made me just want to go play out there and have his back. So.
Okay.
Talk about the interception you had out there.
So my whole thing was just to mess with his head all game, give him false reads, and he threw a couple hole shots earlier in the game. So when I figured when he saw we were in cover 2 that he was going to throw it. So my biggest thing was I got to jump it. And when I was dropping into the half, I looked at him and I knew the ball was going to come. So I just tried to jump the ball.
What were you doing to mess with his head?
I'm just giving him false reads, like maybe different coverages and stuff.
Last time y'all went to New Orleans, it didn't turn out right. Got to feel like you got something to prove to go back down there.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a salty taste in my mouth just from that game. We weren't very focused in that game. So I know this team, we won't have that issue just going down there We know what we need to do. We know what we have to do to get there, to get what we want. And I want to do this for the seniors that weren't able to win there. So that'll be it for me.